Welcome to our video about intake forms. In this video, I'll walk through how to create a form template, the different types of data fields, how to request and fill out a form from the company view, and searching through a client's forms and exporting options. Electronic forms are a major time saver for businesses that require the collection of information beyond the basic client data collected at the time of booking. Electronic forms can be used for a variety of intake needs, such as a patient health history, new client intake form, application form, service request form, or satisfaction questionnaire, just to name a few. First off, only an owner or administrator may enable and manage intake form templates from the Settings Intake Forms page. Once intake forms are enabled, you can then create and manage intake form templates. Let's get into creating a form. From the Templates section, you can choose to create a new form from scratch, an existing form in your library, or select one of our pre-made templates that you can then modify to suit your needs. For the sake of getting the most from this video, I'll start with a blank template. I won't bore you by creating a lengthy intake form though. I'll just create what's needed to get the concepts across. Start by naming your form, and then choose how clients should be requested to complete it. There are 4 choices. Manual will require that the form be sent manually or be completed in the office. This option is recommended for forms that may not apply to all clients. Automatic first appointment only will be requested when a client books their first appointment. Automatic first appointment in every year, which is requested after booking the first appointment and every year ongoing upon booking the first appointment of the year. You set the month and day that the calendar year starts. And automatic every appointment. A request is sent for every appointment booked. For the automatic options, if the form is limited to a specific service or service provider being booked, you can filter those as needed by selecting the related service or provider. If a form applies to all services and staff, leave these fields blank. Provide instructions about completing the form and explain why you're asking for the information. These instructions will appear at the top of the form the client will fill out. In the next section, you can choose which basic client details to collect and whether those are optional or required. The details the client provides will automatically be added or updated in the client's profile. Any details beyond the basic client information can be collected as part of the next section, the intake data. And here's a tip. If there are any other basic client details you want to collect as part of the client's profile, such as a preferred name, a pronoun, emergency contact, etc., you can create custom fields in Settings, Custom Data Fields, then include those in the form template. The Intake Data section is where the bulk of the form will come together. Here you'll be able to create an unlimited number of questions with a variety of input field types, including text fields, checkboxes, drop-downs, multi-select, range of values, anatomical diagrams, image markups, document uploads, and digital signatures. To start building, select Add Section and name it. You can separate different topics into their own sections. Within the section, you can add the form fields from the Add Form Field selector. The fields can be reordered if necessary using the up and down arrows, or deleted with the trash icon. I'll go through the different field types and how to define them. A header is simply a larger font text separator to allow for further grouping of questions within a section. Text fields are for text responses. Checkbox, drop-down, multi-select, and range of values are set up the same way. You add a title or question and then assign the labels or the answers one line per item. The markup diagram in Sketch offers several preloaded images, but also allows you to upload your own JPEG or PNG image that the client can mark up by drawing or placing numbered markers. The document upload will allow you or your client to upload a JPEG, PNG, GIF image, or PDF document up to 5 megabytes in size. And a digital signature, which the client can sign using a stylus on a touchpad or by typing their name, which is then converted to a signature. Once you've created all your intake questions and ordered them, move to the approval section. These are policies, waivers, or consents that are mandatory and must be agreed to in order for your client to submit the form. Select Add a Policy, name it, and describe the policy or waiver. You may add as many policies as needed. If there are multiple policies, you can reorder them with the up-down arrows. You can also require a signature as acknowledgement of agreeing to the policy. By default, the acknowledgement is simply a checkbox. The last section, Internal Notes, is an element of the form that only displays internally after the form has been completed by the client. This allows for the service provider to add content to a completed form. Note, the contents of the internal notes will not be displayed in a downloaded PDF version. Now save the template. Your template will remain unpublished until you're ready to start sending requests to the clients. When that time comes, simply publish the form by activating the slider. It's always a good idea to preview your form before publishing it. A template can be edited if needed by clicking the name or the edit button from the Actions options. Editing a template will not affect any forms that have already been completed. Any forms that have not yet been completed will use the updated version of the form. Okay, now that there's a form for clients to submit, we'll see what that looks like from the client and business side. I'll start with the client side. If you chose to automatically send the form when an appointment is booked, the client will receive an email with a link to the form. The form request email wording can be adjusted from the Settings, Notifications, Email Templates tab if needed. Here's the form as seen by a client. It's straightforward and easy to fill in from any internet browser or a large or small device. Most clients will also have a login for their online profile where they can view outstanding form requests from their My Appointments feature list. From the business side, when a form is requested, it will appear in the Outstanding Forms list in the admin calendar. The list opens to the next 7-day period, but you can search for an outstanding form for any time frame by using the date pickers. From the list, you can open the client's profile by clicking their name, go to the appointment by clicking the appointment date, or send a reminder email. When you send a reminder, the last reminder sent date is recorded. You can check the email tracking in the appointment details to confirm the email was sent and if the client opened or clicked the form link. Once the client has submitted the form, it is removed from the outstanding forms list and the Not Yet Completed tag is removed, and the completed form can be viewed from the appointment details or the client's profile from the Clients tab. The form cannot be edited or deleted once complete, but you can add a note at the top of the form. From either the client profile or appointment details screen, in the intake forms section, there's many actions you can take. You can view and search the list of completed and pending forms. You can complete a form in Office, email or delete a pending form request, download a PDF of the completed forms, and request a new form. Most of those functions are quite self-explanatory. When you choose to complete the form in Office, though, you're offered two choices for who will complete the form, staff or client. If you intend to give the client a device like a tablet to complete the form, Out of your direct supervision, you should choose Client. This will log you out of your account and allow the client to complete the form without the risk of the client being able to access the admin calendar. You'll need to log back in once the form is submitted. If you choose Staff, you will remain logged in, and you or another staff member should be completing the form. And the last item in this walkthrough is the Forms Search. The search options are accessible from the Client Profile in the Clients tab and any appointment. Here you can search by form status, section type, date range, and keyword. This can be a powerful tool down the road when searching through many forms for a specific term. As you can see, intake forms can be a significant time and cost saver. With your client's information in one place and accessible from anywhere, you'll be happy you made the switch from paper to digital. I hope you take advantage of all the extensive features included in our online booking and business management system. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. We always look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for taking time to watch this video.